We're at the future location of our Public Safety and Courts complex, which the voters of Lansing approved. This is going to have our police, one of our fire stations and our fire administration, our courts and our lockup. It's going to be a new facility which is desperately needed. So we're very excited. We're here for the groundbreaking, and now the work begins. And we think in about two years or so, 2 or 3 years, we'll have this up as a facility, and it's going to be wonderful for our city here in the Washington corridor, our corridor of care, where so much is going on that we're proud to have this facility here. This couldn't be done without the voters of the city of Lansing. They agreed to support this with their own dollars. They know that we have to have the best police and fire, the best justice system, and this is going to accomplish that. So this is all due to the support of the voters of the city of Lansing, and I appreciate it. And we're going to do them proud with a good facility and a place that shows dignity and respect to our first responders and to our justice system.
Right now, this is a multi-month process. Of course, the public remembers back in November when the vote was passed to move forward with the bond project. We really appreciate the community's support. Today is a huge step in the direction that we're headed with the construction of the public safety complex. This is our official groundbreaking ceremony. And we're really excited. We're actually on site of the lot where the public safety complex, the new court administration, our new fire training facility, and a new Fire Station 9 will be built. And just a great day for the community right now. Very gracious, and a lot of gratitude to the community and to the mayor for his leadership with this project.
Are we all ready to go? Thank you so much for being here, and good morning, everybody. This is a really exciting day. It is a historic day as we celebrate the groundbreaking of the brand new public safety building here in Lansing. Yes. When it is finished, and I know we are all anxious to get started and get this thing finished, but when it is finished, it will house the Lansing Police Department, the Fire Department, 54A District Court, and will include many upgrades that will support each of these entities for years and years and years to come. You're going to hear more specifics about that coming up in just a little bit, but it is certainly a very exciting day. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Siobhan Klepfer. I work at WLNS TV6 in Lansing, and this is very exciting for me to be here. WLNS has kind of been my second home for the past almost 12 years now, and over the course of those years, I have had the great pleasure of working very closely with the Lansing Police Department, the Fire Department as well. We've reported and done stories with 54A District Court, of course, and so I feel very honored that I get to be a part of this special day and here with you all today. And I'm also really thrilled for all of the people that are going to be moving into this building when it's finished, this new public safety building, because I know that these upgrades are so needed and going to be so appreciated, not only by the people who will be working inside the specific building, but also those of us civilians who are going to benefit as well, because when you have a building that is safe and secure, not falling apart, with the right equipment, the right facilities, and space to have room and to grow and to flourish, you can focus on the job and not focus on the things that make doing the job a little bit harder. So it's very exciting. And this day would not have come to fruition, of course, if it was not for the Lansing taxpayers who voted yes, finally, on this proposal. Yes. Huge. Of course, our incredible first responders, our wonderful people working over at 54A District Court, and of course, the very hardworking people here for the city of Lansing. That deserves another round of applause, I think. Thank you. I know this has been a long and tedious process. Years and years, not only just years, decades in the making. And it all started with a vision. And for that, please help me welcome Lansing Mayor Andy Shore back up to the podium now to talk more about that.
Thank you, Siobhan. Well, welcome, everybody. First, I want to thank our good Lord for holding the rain off. As we were all freaking out about the rain, so you're welcome and thank you. What an exciting day. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. This is my 6th year. I think the first 3-4 years of being mayor, every year Chief Mike Yankowski would put $175 million into his budget request. And we'd have to say, Chief, we don't have 100. We don't, our budget is not that big. And he was like, but you don't get it if you don't ask. And I heard this from Chief Green. I heard this from Chief Soseby. When it comes to our police, I may have had a thing or two in my ear from a few of our judges about the condition of City Hall. Certainly our fire chiefs have mentioned to me some of the conditions of the stations. It was time. And it was about talking to the voters, and it was about support. And the voters, they saw it. They saw the need. Everything Siobhan just said, they saw the need. Our city council, I want to thank Patricia Spitzley for being here. She was a leader with city council in getting it put onto the ballot. They were 100% on board, so I thank you for that. They were tremendous in helping us with the conversation with the voters. I want to thank so many people that are here. Our city clerk is here, Chris Swope, who is also extremely supportive and has been for years. I saw our county treasurer, Alan Fox, is here. I know Deshaun Leak with our building trades who are gonna build it. So we appreciate you being here. I've forgotten you before, and I'm not gonna make that mistake again. You're gonna build it, so thank you. Who am I forgetting? I know we've got our congressionals here. I know Callie Fox is here from Senator Stabenow's office. Ann Brown is here from Congresswoman Slotkin's office. It's great to have so many folks here and to celebrate this day. I do want to thank the voters for supporting it. I want to thank our first responders who are all standing behind us. They do such a wonderful job for our city. Thank you to our first responders. I'm going to do this a little later. This was an important time to do this, not because we're ready and we are to break ground, but because it's First Responders Day this Saturday. So we wanted to highlight this is the importance of our first responders. This is the dignity we're going to show them by having these facilities, which they absolutely deserve. So I want to appreciate them. We had so many others that have been part of this process. Again, I mentioned our two chiefs that are behind us that are going to speak, our first responders, our unions, our district court judges, and their staff. Anithia Brewer, who is in my cabinet and shares with me information every week on the importance of things going on in our courts. The Lansing Chamber of Commerce, Tim Damon and his staff. River Caddis, who's our developer. The McGraws have been fantastic. Crispin, who is, again, one of our incredible contractors that are doing the work here. Hobbs and Black, BKV. This has been a partnership of so many people, and it's exciting. It's really exciting. So I'm gonna stop there, but I do want to thank you all. I always tell everybody, groundbreakings are my second favorite day. My favorite day are grand openings. So this is my second favorite day. We're excited to break ground, and we're excited to get this going. And then in just a few short years, you're going to see the new facility. You're going to see everything that we promised. Things for our courts, things for our police, for our fire, for our lockup. These are all things that we have desperately needed for so many years, and now this is coming true. So thank you to everyone here, and thank you to all the voters that aren't here. And now I am going to introduce Chief Soseby, who's first up, and we appreciate everything, and we look forward to hearing from our police about their excitement.
All right, thank you, everyone. The mayor said that I had to be quick, but I've been waiting for this for 20 plus years, and I'm going to take as much time as I want, so bear with you. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here. Thank you, Mayor Shore, city leadership, and the chamber, and other business supporters who are here today to support us. And most importantly, thank you to the voters who without them we wouldn't be here, and this project would not be a reality. Our development team, John, Kevin, Dan, Bruce, Paul, Marty, Henry, and Roy, just to name a few, thank you. You guys are awesome. We're not here just to celebrate a new building, but like the mayor said, Saturday is National First Responders Day, a day designated by Congress to recognize the heroic men and women who make it their business to take immediate action when disaster strikes. And we see that obviously, as with the tragedy in Maine yesterday. National First Responders Day is also an opportunity to build awareness around important issues such as resource shortages, budget cuts, long shifts, dangerous work conditions, and other challenges that face our first responders. This is why we are here today. The city's leadership and the citizens of Lansing took notice of their first responders, what they were working with and working in. They noticed and they did something about it. Our first responders have a demanding job that requires personal sacrifice, bravery, and heroism. They need a safe workplace, reliable, secure communications with devices and technology designed for the work that they do every day. It may seem like this is the start of a very big project, but in reality, this journey started many years ago and will end with a brand new state-of-the-art, efficient, effective, and well-deserving public safety district court complex for our employees right here where you're standing. 22 years I've been here and trying to get a new building. This is my third go-around at it. Started with Chief, like the mayor said, Chief Mike Yankowski, who really laid that foundation for us and get us to where we needed to be to move forward. Public safety is important in our city and to our citizens, and they showed up and voted for it to prove it. And for that, we are humbled by their faith and support. We will have our district court, our police department, and a large portion of our fire department all under one building. We will have the space, the technology, and the ability to be the training hub for many agencies within the state. Our officers put their lives on the line every day, and they're the best at what they do. And they deserve this. This is more than just a new building. This facility will be a safe and secure workspace for all of our employees in the city here. We are the capital city of Michigan, and this complex represents the city as it is, a pinnacle of what's growing and public and productive city looks like. New residents moving in, new businesses moving in. Our city is growing and doing it the smart way. New efficient buildings, greener solutions. This is an investment in the city of Lansing. But this facility isn't worth anything unless it helps us make Lansing a safer place to live, work, and visit. So we will continue to do our best as first responders to do that. As first responders to make this a safer place to live, work, and visit every day. Thank you again for coming.
All right, I just want to point out, as I'm sitting here listening to the chief, I'm thinking the calls that I've gotten over the last 6 years. We have had, the building is it's freezing in the winter. Their current facility is freezing in the winter and roasting in the summer. They've had bats. They've had bees. Again, we always appreciate the buildings we're in, but the police have been in so many different buildings. It's time for them to have a home. I also want to share with bringing up Chief Sturdivant, when you talk to our firefighters and our chiefs and our fire board, and they tell you, we just ordered a new truck and it doesn't fit in some of the fire stations. And when you hear, the conditions, and we did a tour before this passed with the public, and we looked at some of the conditions of these fire stations, and it was time. It was time. It's not just about the police station. It's about our firefighters and where they spend so much of their time, and making sure that they know that we want to provide them with the tools they need. So I'm going to ask Chief Brian Sturdivant to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us this morning. It is a very, very exciting day here in the city of Lansing. We really, really appreciate all of the thoughts, the efforts, and the decision-making that brought us to this point. I'd like to offer a personal thank you to the Lansing community. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the votes. We are going to ensure that we are worthy of your support, that we are worthy of your confidence as we continue to strive for world-class customer service in this community. Thank you. We talk so much about mental health and public safety, and where we are today and where we will find ourselves over the course of the next 24 to 36 months is a huge step as it relates to the city of Lansing and their support of our first responders and the mental health component of what we do day in and day out to serve this community. Coincidentally, this does equate with what's going on with First Responder Day. And that is not necessarily by design, but we're very, very happy that it worked out that way. I've worked in the public safety arena, fire and EMS, over the course of the last 30, 35 years at a high level around the country. And this is the first time. I have never been involved with a project of this scope that speaks to the need of our facilities related to not only the workspace, but the home place of our public safety members. Keep in mind, our firefighters work 24-hour shifts. So it is not only where they work, but it is where they live. And this level of support really sends a strong message that we've got their back. We have absolutely positively have to have their back. There are some studies out there that show over 40% of public safety facilities around this country need some attention. Lansing is taking that step, and I'm so proud to be here, so proud of our members, police, law enforcement, our EMS partners. This is a huge day for this community. Again, we are going to bend over backwards to prove that we are worthy. We're going to show this day in and day out with the service delivery that we provide to this community. I'd like to thank the council. I'd really like to thank the mayor's leadership and vision as we have finally gotten to this point. The development team with River Caddis and the architects and the construction team. It has been such a huge collaborative effort, and I could not be more proud. So thank you. This is a great community. It is deserving. Our firefighters, our law enforcement officers are deserving, but we are also going to reflect that we are worthy. So thank you all for being here.
So lest we not forget, once our public safety does their job, we have the justice system. And our courts are an integral part of our city. We would need to make sure they have the tools, they have the courtrooms, they have the technology, to operate, to do justice for our city. So I'm so excited to have with us the Honorable Stacia Buchanan, who's the Chief Judge of our 54A District Court.
Good morning. First, I did want to thank our first responders. They do keep us safe at the courthouse, and we rely on them all the time. We are so excited at 54A District Court. I'm so grateful to the mayor, city council, and all of the people involved and the citizens of Lansing for making what has been a dream into a reality for us. Our employees will enjoy such safe and comfortable accommodations. They have been making do for so long, and they won't have to just make do any longer. And then safety for all of our citizens who come to court for different types of dispute resolution. Unfortunately, it is very risky at our court to have inmates in the hallways and other things that we won't have to face anymore. So being third, I am brief, and I will say thank you to all the citizens of Lansing and the taxpayers who've made this possible for us.
Thank you, Judge. We appreciate that. And then last but not least, I would like to invite Tim Damon. The business community was very supportive, has been an active part of this. The Chamber of Commerce has been an active participant and player with a lot of these issues of affecting our city. So we're going to have Tim Damon say a few words.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today. And I do also want to take a moment and thank all of our first responders that are here with us today as well for everything that you do to keep us safe every single day. So thank you. Thank you. On behalf of the Lansing Regional Chamber, thank you for everything you do. So growing up in Lansing and being here my entire life, I spent a lot of time and had a lot of friends that have lived in this area, right? So growing up in Colonial Village, not too far from here. So anytime you have an opportunity to be part of something like today, it's very, very special. It means a lot to me. So you sit here and think about what's going to happen here. You think about a block away in the old Walter French Junior High School that's under renovation now as well. And this is at the heart and center of our city, right? This is it right here. So it's very special to see this type of investment in the urban core of our city. I will tell you this, and the mayor knows this, and others in the audience here today as well. This was the largest, our most engaged I've seen our membership and our board of directors on any issue that's come before the chamber in my time there. And it was very good conversation and dialogue. And I see Kevin over there. Kevin and I talked more during about a month period than we have our entire lives. But it was that important, I think, to the business community and to our employers here and what was happening in the city and what this was going to mean And we talk about investing in that infrastructure, but also it's allowing our public safety officials to do their job more efficiently, to do it from a more center location in our city and whatnot. That's critically important to improving public safety here. So when we think about this, and you heard it, the chief say, it's making Lansing a great place to live, a great place to work, and a safe place to visit. And I think that's what we kind of see from what we're going to have here. I would tell you that our employers are looking at this. They're following it closely. They want this to be a safe place for their employees. And it's not just the city. I think it goes throughout the region as well. So as we kind of celebrate the groundbreaking here today, how do we continue to unite, continue to work together, collaborate? Let's make this city the great city that we know it is, and that it can be even greater. And as we said before, make it a great place to live, a great place to work, and a great place to visit. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Tim, and again, thank you to everyone who has supported this project. Again, I know the carpenters, I know several of the building trades, the unions, folks were out there. We had police officers and firefighters out there talking about this. Many of our staff, I see a lot of my department directors are here. I forgot to mention Sheriff Rigglesworth is here, so it's good to see the sheriff here. Thank you, Sheriff. I did not call you out before. You're not in uniform, so I didn't see you. But it's good to see the sheriff here. So before we progress, we did do, in recognition of First Responder Day, we did do a few proclamations for our police and fire. So I'm going to hand these. I'm not going to read them, but I'm going to hand these to our police chief and fire chief. We have a proclamation, one for each, to put in the fire stations or above your fireplace or wherever you want to put them. So I'm going to hand these to our chiefs. And again, thank you to all of our first responders. We greatly appreciate all that you do. So Trevon, I don't know if it's up to you to close it out or if it's up to me, but you're our lead here. So thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. It's great that you're all here today for the groundbreaking. So let's get together, at the end of 2025? Is that what we're thinking when this is?
Something like that.
So,
we can do that, right?
I'm saying it, end of 2025. Let's all get back together and be here for the grand opening. Wouldn't that be awesome? Thank you so much for being here today. And I just echo everyone. Thank you to our first responders and everybody who's here. Thank you so much, everyone.
History in the making for the City of Lansing and 54A District Court. We are the district court in the state seat. We handle a lot of matters. We service over 32 police agencies, including the Attorney General's office. And I think for our citizens, we wanted to provide a safe and secure place for them to come and receive dispute resolution services, as well as happy services such as marriages. And this is going to allow our citizens to come into a facility that is user-friendly, that is conducive to their needs, and that is going to be a safe place to be. So today, this is exciting for 54A District Court.